Because if I would have knew that he liked coochie, I would not have said a lot of the things that I said to him. I'm like, wow. What's the word, YouTuber? Ciara Celeste back at it again with another video. If you're new to my channel, hello, how are you? You already know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Ciara.Celeste. Follow me on Twitter, Ciara Celeste 2. Baby, you already know the vibes, period. You already know the vibes, period. I was working at the store in Manhattan or whatever. I made a lot of friends there. Like, it was a vibe there. The job, horrible, but the co-workers, immaculate. Okay, boom. So I made a little like group of friends. Like sometimes we would go out after work and shit. Like, you know, we had each other's on socials, you know, shit like that or whatever. So boom, I'm, you know, getting more accustomed to the people, right? So I'm kind of like, I'm getting my little clique or whatever, right? So boom, I had this friend, so we're gonna name him Mustard. So my friend Mustard, like, he was mad cool, right? So let's describe Mustard. So Mustard, he was like light skin, he was like thick, like he had a badonk, like boom, that motherfucker was big. He was thick. He was very much, you know, he was like a girl's girl. Like, he used to be with, like, when I used to talk to him, I would be like, bitch. Like, that's how I would talk to him. Like, he was my homegirl, you know? And through the job, everything's cool. Like, no weird shit is going on, whatever. So, if you don't know me, like, I have a lot of tattoos. Like, you can't really see because I did that on purpose. Like, you know, when I get a job, I don't want them to see all these tats and be like, you know, I don't know what people be thinking. But when I be outside, you see the tats. You see the tats. If you know me, you see the tats. You know, so basically, I was just telling people like, oh, I'm about to get a new tattoo. I was actually about to get the tattoo. I have this right under my chest. It's kind of like if y'all see Rihanna's tattoo, how I think she has like wings there. I have like a whole bunch of flowers. That shit hurt, y'all. That shit hurt. And like, if y'all thinking about getting a tattoos, like, first of all, I think it's better if you have smaller titties, because honestly, the only time people really see that tattoo like outside is if I'm wearing like a bra type shirt, then you could see the tattoo. But or if you know them dresses that have like kind of a cutout circle right here, then you could usually see my tattoo, right, like the bottom of my tattoo. But my tattoo artist did tell me, he's trying to be respectful, y'all. He was like, you know, he was like sweating, so he's like, your cha-chas is like big, like it might cover the tattoo. I said, shit, I don't care, do it anyway. The tattoos is really not for the peoples, it's really for me, so I don't really care. Like, when I look at my body in the mirror, I want to see a bad bitch. I don't care what nobody else sees, I want to see the tats, you know? So as long as I can see it, that's all that matters. So boom, I'm telling everybody like, yeah, I'm finna get tatted for me. And he's like, oh, you finna get a tattoo? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, like, I should come, like, you should bring me with you. So at first I'm like, you know, people say shit like that, like they be trying to invite themselves, but they really don't be meaning it for real. They just be chatting. So that's why I'm just thinking he's chatting. So I'm like, yeah, sure, like, for sure, you could definitely come with me. Like, I usually get my tattoos by myself, honestly, or sometimes I'll go with my sister or friend, but like, I don't really be tripping. Maybe like a few days later, he reminds me, y'all. He was like, see, are you still going to the tattoo shop like this weekend? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh, like, can I still come? And like, you know what, y'all gotta trust y'all gut. Like, when some weird shit happen, just trust your gut, because in that moment I didn't know it was weird, because it's like, if you think about it, it's just like your friend asked you to go to the tattoo shop. So I didn't really think it, but like it was like something like a little swirl in my body that was just like, bad vibes. But I still was just like, yeah, like, you could come with me, cool. And mind you, this man lived in the Bronx, so I should have been thinking like, why is this nigga gonna travel all the way to Brooklyn just to go to the tattoo shop with me? I don't know. So anyway, he ends up, so the day comes, right? So the tattoo shop is literally 2 doors down from my apartment. So all I gotta do is just walk 2 doors over and I'm there. He he had to catch the whole train and come out here. And it was like, I lived deep, like it wasn't no short commute. So anyway, he came out here. He was like, oh, I'm gonna get some I'm gonna get like some pre-rolls. And I had got some edibles. He had got some pre-rolls. So we was like, oh, this is gonna be a little fun night, you know, cool. Like, and then I was gonna call my nigga afterwards. So cool. I was like, okay, it's gonna be a fun night. Like, I'm happy. When you go to the tattoo shop, you gotta show them the design. They sketch it out. They ask you all these questions, whatever. So we're there doing that. Some other people is there, so we're kind of just waiting. We're basically just vibing. So we had took the edible right before I got to the tattoo shop, and he took it with me. And usually I don't do that, y'all. Usually I'm very sober when I get tattoos, just because I heard that you're not supposed to like do nothing. But then I was talking to this one guy, and he was like, nah, I be fucked up when I be getting tattoos, da da da. So I'm like, shit, okay, like, and he has mad tats. So I'm like, okay. And then his girlfriend was kind of like, yeah, like I be always pick him up, he be lit, like it's cool, you can get lit and before you get a tattoo, it's fine. So I'm like, okay, cool. So y'all, I took these edibles, right? Motherfucker strong. I didn't even realize he was strong. This is the first time I bought these edibles from this guy. Strong. But at this time, we just took them, so they just starting to get into our system, right? So we chatting, me and him, we chat. Like I said, this is my homegirl. So I'm telling him, I'm like, yeah, I'm about to call my nigga after this. Like, yeah, I'm about to, and then I'm telling him about my other niggas. Like, I'm really chatting like this my bitch, right? He's like, yeah, like I got a nigga in the Bronx and he be doing this, da 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 da. Like, we just chatting. And then we started getting like the edible kind of starting to hit a little bit. So when the edible hit, I started getting a little chatty. Like I just talking. So I started talking about my nigga. I started talking about, like, I just started really getting into it. Like, I don't know if y'all share y'all like sexual experiences with y'all homegirls, but I do. Like, I be like, if I went to Pound Town last night, you're gonna know about it. You're gonna know the details. Like, so I'm over here telling them details. Like, yeah, he be blowing my back, and he's telling me details too. So I'm very comfortable. Like, I'm basically looking at him like a bitch. Like, I don't even see no penis. Like, this is my homegirl, right? So boom, we get into the booth. So since the tattoo is right under here, basically had to have my titties out, right? I'm very confident with my body. I don't care. Pull them out. So the tattoo artist, I been fucking with him, so he already done seen like half my body already, so I wasn't tripping about it. Then him, Mustard, I'm thinking like, okay, this is my bitch, it's my homegirl, so I just got my titties out. Like, it wasn't really no problem. So then they put like stickers basically over my nipples, and then they just went to work. Like, well, he just went to work, my tattoo artist. Like I said, that shit hurt. Since I took the edible, and I'm feeling like when you take an edible, like you feel everything like times 10. So it's literally, oh my gosh, y'all, it literally feels like he's taking like a nail and going like on my skin like this, like, oh my gosh. And then this is like that my tattoo artist at the time, he was like really big guy, like, so since it's on my chest, his arm is like on my lungs basically. And I have, like, everybody else had their mask on, so I asked him if I could take my mask off, because mind you, this is like COVID time, and because I could not breathe. Like, I'm trying to breathe with the mask. Oh my gosh, it was horrible. So he's like, yeah, you could take your mask off. Cool. Take my mask off. I'm like like every time he gets up, I'm like trying to breathe, right? So boom, I am fucked up. Like, I'm so fucked up getting the tattoo. I literally was texting the wrong person. Like, okay, so the person who sold me, like, he was my plug at the time, but his name was very common, so I had another person's name saved that. So I'm texting my plug. He's like my friend too, so it wasn't like nothing. I'm texting him like, yo, I should have never took that edible before I got this tattoo. I can feel everything. And he's like, yo, what are you talking about? Like, and I'm like, I'm so fucked up in my head, I'm not even realizing I'm texting the wrong person. So then I had to tell him like, oh, my bad. So boom, tattoo's finished. I'm like, yes, I'm so happy. I even took a video. I have my titties out and everything. I took a video like, hey. And then Mustard in the back like, hey. Like, we was lit, bro. I was so glad that tattoo was done. So then I'm like, boom, I'm going to the crib. We go to the crib. Like I said, it's 2 doors over. So he's like, yo, Ciara, you still want to smoke that pre-roll? And And I'm like, yo, like, the way I'm feeling right now, I'm already on my level. Like, I don't even need to do no more smoking. Like, if I smoke anymore, I'ma die. Like, it's no more higher I could get at this point. So I'm like, nah, I'm straight. So he's like, okay. So I think he just like, he had brought two. So he saved one for me, and then he took the other one. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, I'm not tripping. So then we started playing music because it was still kind of early, and I wasn't gonna lick my nigga till later. So we still playing music, we vibing, you know. And I think I'm on a bed and he's standing up, and then I went to go get like a drink or something. I forgot what I went to go get, but I ended up coming back in the room. So when I come back in the room, he's just looking at me. Y'all, he's looking at me like this, y'all, and he's just vibing. And so I'm like lit too, so I'm looking at him, but like the way I'm looking at him, I'm not giving like I want to fuck you vibes. I'm just giving like I'm fucked up and we just having a good time vibes. But in the moment, I didn't even realize the way he was looking at me. He was looking at me like I'm trying to get some Ciara. So I'm just dancing, he's just dancing, we have a good time, like we just in my room, right? So boom, this nigga like, he's like, you know what, see, they always do this shit. Like every time I get fucked up, niggas always want to start confessing feelings and stuff. So he's like, you know what, Sia, like, I'm not gonna hold you. And we're still dancing. I'm like listening, I'm like, like, because I'm not thinking he's gonna say what he's gonna say. So I'm like, and he's like, I'm gonna hold you, like,
out of all the girls at the job, you would be one that I would smash.
And I was just like, wait, what? Like, I got sober so fast in that 2 seconds, because I heard it clear. It wasn't like, what you say? Like, it was very much like, I was smashed. Like, and he gave me that energy. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like, I am getting so tired right now. Like, mind you, it's only 9 o'clock, y'all. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm getting so sleepy. Like, I didn't even like say nothing back. I didn't even give him no response to what he just said. I was just like, wow, like, I'm getting so sleepy right now. Like, and I have to, you know, we have to work in the morning. You know, we gotta work in the morning. And he's just like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, like, and you know, my nigga's supposed to come over, like, emphasis on my man supposed to come over, like, yeah, like, I'm getting tired. And he was just like, oh yeah, and I got a long trip back to the Bronx. Like, yeah, just chat. So open that door, see you later, deuces. Don't you ever do that weird shit again, because first of all, I was literally like, so I didn't even walk him down the stairs, because after that I was just so like, what the fuck. So I closed the door and I was just like sitting in my room, because I'm still fucked up. So I'm like, did that shit just happen? Like, and I was just really thinking about, like, I kind of in the moment, y'all, I'm very dramatic. I felt betrayed, y'all, because if I would have knew that he liked coochie, I would not have said a lot of the things that I said to him. I'm like, wow. I started thinking about our conversation that we had right before I got the tattoo, and I'm like, this nigga was probably thinking in his head, like, this bitch a slut. Like, she's a slut. Like, he's like, yeah, this bitch give it up. I'm gonna try her tonight. And I don't know, like, I will definitely say in my time in New York, and I had a conversation with another person who was not a New Yorker and agree with me on this. In my time in New York, everything felt sexual. Literally everything. Like, I could just literally be on the way to the train and somebody would say a sexual comment to me. I could be at work and somebody's looking at me like, we having it, like, if it's a guy or whatever, we having a conversation, and like they'll say something sexual, or you could just feel like sexual energy. Or like sometimes I'll be out with people and then you know you meet a nigga, you know, shit like that, and they want to go home with you right then and there, and it's just like, what is this? Like they niggas be so ready to just take it off, like drop them draws. And maybe like a few weeks later, I was like in the car with this dude, and I was like, you know what happened to me the other day? He was like, what? He was like, no. So I was like, my gay friend tried to fuck me, and he was like, that means you that bitch. I was like, okay, that's what that means, because I didn't know what it meant. And then I was talking to some of my other friends, and they was like, sometimes people are just very sexual, like gay, straight, bi, like it doesn't matter, like they just do whatever. And so I was just like, okay, like, because I would have never thought he would try me, because he was like, I could see if he was like DL or something, or just like a mask, man, but he was very much, that was my bitch. So like, basically we went to work the next week, and I always like to pick the spot on the 3rd floor, because I know nobody came to the 3rd floor. The 3rd floor barely had any products for real, so nobody would be up there. So I would just be up there on the phone, chilling, like vibing, whatever. He would always be on like the 2nd floor. He would always be on the 2nd floor, but he made sure he walked his little feet up to the 3rd floor. Make sure he said something to me, because I guess he didn't want it to be awkward. Like, he still wanted to be cool with me and shit like that. And I don't know if maybe he thought I told anybody. I only told one person. I told her like way after the fact, and she was shocked too, because it's just like, if y'all saw this man, if y'all knew this man, you would not be thinking like, okay, he gonna try to do something. Like, so he was just like, hey Ciara. And I'm like, hey, because I'm like, I don't know how to feel. Like, you just tried to fuck me the other day. Like, what are you doing? So he's like, hey. So I'm like, he's like, how you doing? Like, just talking to me like nothing happened. We just having a little conversation. And then he goes back downstairs. And then that was it. But like, I was still cool with him. I'm not gonna hold you. I was still cool with him, because like, it's just like, y'all see me? Y'all see a bad bitch like me? Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want a little taste, For real though, like I don't know. I get that a lot. Like, I don't know if I be trying to like reflect on myself a little bit. Like, do I just give off lusty energy? Do I give off do me now, right now on the table? Like, do I be giving that off? Like, I don't know. Y'all answer in the comments if I do. I know, I do know when I get lit, my eyes be giving it off. So I don't know if maybe he thought like he saw the eyes and he was doing the eyes too, so maybe he was like, it's a bed right here. Like, I don't know what he was thinking. But yeah, it wasn't the vibe. I definitely dubbed it. I was just like, nah. I just didn't understand how that would even work though, because I'm like, when he was telling me about his experiences, he told me he's a bottom. I'm very like submissive. Like, I'm not finna, like, how would that even work? We're technically both like bottoms. I don't even know how that would work. Like, I don't know, y'all. I don't want to think about it. But that's the end of this video. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Ciara Celeste. Follow me on Twitter, Ciara Celeste 2, baby. You already know the vibes. Period.
Bust it open, bend over, put my back in it. Heat addicted like it got a little crack in it. Suck it like a crab leg, I'm cracking it. Take it out, catch your breath, get back in it.